So hello and welcome to this training, Content That Sells Mastery, with me, Blessing Omaka. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that you and I are doing this. You and I on this journey of creating content that actually sells a brand. Whether you like it or not, you and I are selling. We sell every single day. So we sell, you sell yourself to your spouse to take you out, you sell yourself to your children to actually do what you want them to do, right? So we that are online business owners, we sell ourselves through our words, right? So since you are selling, whether knowingly or unknowingly, then why not do it the right way? So that is what I'm going to help you do, to create the content that will actually help you sell your brand. Okay, so by the end of this training, you're going to learn how to create badass content that will sell your brand and make your target audience rush you like a spilled milk. Oh no. So the rush you, I don't know if you've ever seen a spilled milk and ants, right? Ants rushing the spilled milk. I have seen it several times. So that is how your audience should be rushing you. That is what you're supposed to be. You should be a person of value to the point that they have no option than to tell you what, you know what, please take my money, give me, I need it, take my money. So that is what we want to achieve today, right? So are you ready for this? Are you really ready for this? If you're ready, let's dive into it. So in this particular training, we are going to cover 6-step process for creating content that sells. In the first, you're going to understand you're going to learn how to understand your target audience. In the second step, you're going to look into identifying your content aim, the reason or the goal, the outcome of your content before ever creating any content. Okay, these are the processes that you have to go through before creating content that actually sells your brand. Then in the third point, we're going to look into crafting attention grabbing titles or headline, crafting attention grabbing headlines using ROT framework. Okay, so in the next process, we're going to look into how you're going to choose your content pillar. There are pillars that actually that every content you put out there is attached to, and you may not be aware of the pillars that you're using. You're just using them, but you are using them, but you don't know that this is something that you don't know. All right, so in the next, we're going to look at how to choose a content format, the format you're going to use, and different formats of content and the rest of them. Then the next is call to action. These are the process, 6-step process you need to go through to actually create content that. So if you fail to use this process, guys, you will fail with your content. Okay, so let's move into it. Before we move into it proper, I need to introduce myself, right? As courtesy demand. I always use this word. As courtesy demand, I have to introduce myself, right? So this is me. That is my beautiful self. Let me put my things together. So that is me there. That is me. My name is Blessing Omaka. If you're meeting me for the very first time and you're like, who is this beautiful lady? Is Blessing Omaka. All right. My name is Blessing Omaka. And let me get something together. Let me pause this. All right, so my name is Blessing Omaka Oma, and I'm a content strategist and the founder of Digital Creators Africa. You probably came across this training from there or any other place, I don't know. So I am a digital product consultant and author. Oh yeah, so these are the things that I do. Okay, so I help you actually get your knowledge off your head and productize them. I actually help you strategize your content and actually reach your target audience step by step and all that. That is what I do. Okay, so I'm an author too. And why do I do what I do? I really love this part because I understand that we really have to start with why, right? So from a young age, I actually love writing. It has been something that I've been doing because you all that have been coming up to me. I really love how you write. I started writing from a very young age. I could remember when I was in secondary school. I lived in boarding school. I will get a textbook from a friend or some kind of novel from them and recopy it. Oh, that is it. I'll recopy it. I'll buy exercise book and recopy it. Like literally, I did that almost every week. I would do that. I'll find someone, get that book, get this, and I'll recopy it. So that was something I loved doing. And growing up, I kept doing it, even in secondary school. Yeah, in secondary school, that was then. So when I became a teacher, it was not like something that was in me. I will be the first teacher to finish and lesson notes and actually help others to write that. As a teacher, I was being paid by my colleagues to write their notes for them. Okay, so this is something that I really love doing. So when I came to online space, I realized that this thing is not just something that you should love for doing. It's not just a hobby, something that can be profitable to you. I realized that despite the fact I love writing and I can do a lot of mental work in terms of putting words together, I didn't have to hone my skill, right? I didn't have to hone my skill. So I started investing in my knowledge. I remember I invested in classes of Emeka Nobis, Emmanuel, Olatunji, Tracy. I don't know how to pronounce that surname. I'm so sorry, ma'am. And a host of numerous people that I went through that trainings. I remember one day this is actually very crazy. One day my sister gave me her money to keep for her. I'm sorry, sis. I had to take that her money without her consent and use them to buy courses, buy trainings on writing. Okay, so this is how this whole thing started. It has been a fire burning in me. So despite the fact that this is what I love doing, I had to hone that skill. So if you're someone that really wants to do content creation, you really have to understand you have to invest in this skill. You've heard my own story, how I even took my sister's money. I don't even know if she will ever trust me with her money, but I'm glad I took that step. All right, so that is it about what I do. But at some point I realized that it's not just writing. You have to do it in different formats, in different ways, in different approach, in different systems. From everything, yeah, Solomon Otai actually went through his class too. From all the classes I went through, I studied a lot of others. I take time to write. I did it the wrong way at the beginning. Yes, a lot of you that are enjoying my story writing skills and everything, it wasn't like this from the beginning. Yeah, to be frank, it wasn't like this from the beginning. There was a time I wasn't this good. Okay, so it's a journey. I'm telling my story so that you understand that if you're not yet there, you understand that you will get there one day. So don't kill yourself. It's a journey. If you are really willing and eager to learn and eager to invest in yourself and actually hone your skill, you'll get excellent. You'll get so well in the long run. I am not one of those that I will tell you that you get perfect, because I don't buy into perfection. I buy into excellency and consistency, commitment and everything, and competence. That is what I buy into. Okay, so let's move on. Before we talk about the 6-step process that you need to go through to actually create your content, you really have to understand what content is. So what is content creation? Content creation, before you create any content, you have to first understand what content is. So what then is a content? A content is the information you share with your audience that can help them either overcome a pain or solve a pain. Either you help them overcome a pain that you foresee that pain coming, and you help them overcome it, and actually, or help them solve a pain. And you know that people are really afraid of pain. People are afraid of pain, and they can go any length just to solve that pain. I remember just last week, let's just call it last week, I was seeing some symptoms of flu in me and my sister. So, and she doesn't take drugs, her bad. It was coming from her, so I didn't want that to come to me, because I know my kind of job is kind of job that I do hop in online and talk. I don't want that, so I went ahead. I bought drugs for both of us to actually take. Okay, so you see that was pain. That was fear itself. Okay, and I have foreseen the pain of what that would cost me, and I try to avoid it. Okay, from the onset. That is it. You have to help your audience either overcome a pain or solve a pain. All right, so Then what is content creation? We've known what content is, so that is the information that you share with your audience, right? To help them either overcome a pain or solve a pain. Then content creation is your ability to communicate and express that information. That information you want to help them. Let's say someone is having a headache, and you know what will cure that headache. That is content. You have the content in your head. The content creation is the ability to put it either in words or in writing, or either to put it in writing or image or anything that you have to do to communicate the solution to that thing. That is what content creation is. It's the ability to express that information to your audience through a chosen medium. You can choose video, you can choose text, you can choose audio, anything you choose. Okay, so that being said, let's continue. If you're ready to actually learn this 6-step process, I want you to clap for yourself. Okay, so the first and most important aspect of this process is actually understanding your target audience. Before you create any content, you really have to sit yourself down, ask yourself, who is this content for? Okay, who is this content for? You don't just come up here and write because they ask you to be consistent, to show up every day, so you just come and create content out of thin air, just scratch your head, anything that comes up you write. No. If you continue to do that, you continue to entertain people, because you don't even know the people you're entertaining us. So you have to know the people that your content is for. That way you can communicate very well. That is why after creating my content, people would be like, wow, this content is just like you're in my head. It's just like you're talking to me. It's just like you're speaking to me. If you're seeing this training outside of Facebook, go check out Blessing Omakoma. Okay, so you really have to understand the person you're talking to. That is the starting point of creating content that actually sells your brand, or actually sells anything you want to sell. Understanding the person you're talking to. How does this person think? What is the challenge this person is having? Who is this person that will stop to pay attention to my content? What challenge is your target audience having? I'm your girl, okay? So I'm going to take you through the process. I'm going to give you good examples that you're going to relate with. Okay, so let's say that our target audience is a single young man. Okay, a single young man. That is our target audience, and the challenge he's having is that he wants to find love, right? He wants to find love, but he's finding it difficult to approach women. Okay, are you getting the picture? This is our target audience, single young man. The challenge he's having is that he's finding it difficult to approach his spec. Let's put it that way. To approach his spec, that is what his problem is. Men are having that challenge, So let's say that is the person you are targeting, you want to help with your content. Then if you know these target audience and the challenge they are having, every other thing will be so easy for you to do, because the picture is already clear, right? Okay, so now what is the aim of your content? Your content must have 2 aims. Okay, your content, that we've gone to the second process. This is identifying your content, and your content must achieve two results. Okay, the first result is for your audience, and the second result is for you or your business. Okay, so your content must achieve 2 results. One is for your audience. Is either going to help, one is going to help your audience overcome a pain, overcome a pain, and is going to help them solve a pain or challenge they're facing. Okay, so that is what your content is going to do. With the example we gave about our target audience and the challenge he's having, you can see that we are going to help him actually avoid this low self-esteem of his inability to approach a woman. We are going to help him avoid it, or you're going to help him solve it. Any of the above, you can choose that. We're going to help him avoid it. Is for people that we come up and we have faced that sort of challenge, or someone that's already facing that challenge. We're going to help him solve that challenge. Okay, so that is the next step you should take in creating a content that sells your brand. So first thing is to understand your target audience, who is going to stop and read your content, and the challenge he or she is having. And the next thing is identifying your content and what is the goal of your content, what is the outcome of your content. Okay, so now for your business, your content should help your business do 3 things. Build your KLT factor, because around this KLT is where buying decisions are made. So first of all, your audience must know that your content should help your audience know This no, I should have. This no, I should have. Make it capital letter. Know you are the right person to solve her pain. That is one thing. Your content is either helping your audience to know that you're the right person to solve this pain, or is helping your audience to like you for the solution you've already provided for them in your content, or it's going to help. It's going to make your audience trust you with her money to solve more of her problem for her. If your content are not achieving these three results, then you are not creating content. So consciously or unconsciously, your content should solve these three problems for your business and 2 results for your audience. Okay, hope this is making sense. As for our man, our body that we're helping to get his spec, we are going to help him first of all to know us as the person that is going to solve this problem for him by giving him, using our pillar content. We get there, okay? I don't want to confuse you. To help let him know that we are the one for you. I am here for you. Guy, I'm here for you. So then we're going to create content that will make him to like us for giving him that content. And we're going to actually create content that actually make him trust us. Okay? So the next thing is you have to craft attention grabbing headline. The headline is the only thing that will get your target audience to know that you're the one for them. If I have a solution, I don't tell you, okay, let's say that I know how to create content. A lot of people come to me for content creation. I create for business owners. I create for myself. I create for my business, I create for my agency. Now, if I don't come out and tell you, if I don't record this training for you, some of you that are in my community will not know that I can help you solve this problem, right? So now the headline is what gets the people. Just look at the headline. How to create content that sells. Content that sells. You will know that this is for you because you want to sell using your content. You want to create content that sells. Okay, so your headline should get the attention of your target audience. I don't know if I'm rushing, but pardon me, okay? When I'm on fire, I do like that. So your headline must do 3 things. 1, it must capture attention. If it doesn't capture attention, they will scroll past your content. So it must first capture attention. Secondly, it must build curiosity. Oh God, it must build curiosity. Your audience should see this thing and be like, wow, let me read this and know what is going on here. Let me read this and know what is going on here. That is what your content should do. Then, thirdly, your content should trigger action. You must have call to action in your content. If not, you get to that sham. So your content must do 3 things. You must have these 3 things in your content, in your headline. Your headline must capture the attention of your ideal clients. It must make them to be curious enough to read your content, and it must trigger them to take action after reading it. Okay, it must trigger them to take action in order to click what you ask them to click, or do what you have them ask them to do, to actually see the end of what they want to see. All right, so we're going to use the ROT framework to actually craft a very good am I saying good? No, attention grabbing headline. The first thing is that your headline must have result in it. What result is it going to help your target audience achieve? It must have objection. Your audience, that audience that is going to read your content, already has objection about what she's going through, right? So you must put that objection so that she will not say you didn't put it for her. You must treat her wisely. She's obey. Okay, so you must treat her with love. Now it must have time bound. Okay, so that means you must tell them the specific time they're going to achieve that thing, or the steps they're going to take to achieve that thing. All right, so it must have time bound. Now let's take example using our case study. We are going to help this man get his dream woman, right? So we can help use it in our content that we want to post on social media. We can put something like how to win the heart of your dream woman in 6 easy steps, even if you lack self-confidence. Now, how to win the heart of your dream woman is the result they want to achieve. 6 easy steps is the time bound, because is 6 there is the time. Okay, if you lack self-confidence is what they lack, and that is the objection they're having. This thing should be ROTO. I didn't come up with it, okay? This is one of the things that I've been seeing in all the trainings I've been through and all my coaches. That is what they use to craft out this thing. So that is what I'm using. Okay, all thanks to anyone that came up with this ROTO method. Is a lifesaver. Now, we're going to take another example. This is it again. We're going to, I don't know, something similar to the other one. How to win the heart of your dream woman in just 7 days, even if you haven't approached one before. I think this one is more attention grabbing, right? So using the ROT to help you to craft attention grabbing headline that your audience will stop and pay attention to. Okay, I hope you've been able to understand how to use ROT framework. Go craft your own headline. Go craft your own headline right now. Right, thank you. Okay, moving forward, you're going to choose your content pillar. After you must have you are very clear about the person that your target audience, the person that your content is for. You've been able to understand that this is the person, this is the challenge they're having, and you'll be able to identify that pain point and everything. You've chosen the attention grabbing headline that will catch the attention. The next thing you have to do is to choose your content pillar. Okay. Now, your content pillar, your content must come under any of these pillars. There are basically 5 pillars that I came up with. I don't know, any other person might tell you there are more than that, but me, I Bless Nomaka, I came up with 5 content pillars in regards to the content I've been creating, both for me and for others. So there is a free tribe content. So you have to decide if this content is going to be free tribe content that you're going to use to build your KLT factor. Free tribe content is going to help you to build your KLT factor, right? So you're going to determine if this is what you want to use this content to do. If that is what you're going to do, use this content to do, it will help you to know where to actually deliver, actually share it, right? Distribute it, and what you're going to put in. Okay, what you're going to put in there, because the kind of words you use in your free content might differ from the words you use for other content. Now we have the second one, free attraction content. Free attraction content is also like free tribe content, but there is a little different. Free attraction content is more of telling your brand story, what you are for, why you're doing what you're doing, why you're serving, why you are into this, helping men gain their confidence and approach human, right? So you can use a story of how you were in such situation and you overcame it. Okay, so that way you're attracting this man into seeing himself through your own story. Now we have the free promo content. This is about, let's say you want to sell something in this particular topic of how to attract your dream woman, and even if you lack self-confidence, right? So you can decide that this content is about, well, after giving them this value, they're going to order my book, right? So you're going to determine if this is what you're going to use to help them, help yourself promote that book or what. Okay, so the next is the paid course content. These are the contents you use on your premium. So you're going to decide if the things I'm going to put here, is it for premium, or is it for free, or is it for promotion? Okay, so that is another thing. And the fifth but not the least is paid bonus content. People love bonus, people love freebies. So you have to determine what you're going to add as bonus to them and create content on that too. Alright, so I hope this is really making sense to you. Let me drink my water. Sure. Alright, moving on. Once you're cleared about the particular pillar you want to use for this your content, you have to choose a content format. Your content format is your delivery method. How do you want to deliver this message to them? Do you want to use carousels? Do you want to use audio? Do you want to use text? Do you want to use videos? If you are here and you don't know what carousels are, go on Google and Google it. I have carousels on my wall, but since you don't know it already, okay, it's a touches of images and text in them. So that's what carousel is. You can decide you want to use audio. You can decide you want to use only text, like blog posts. You can decide you want to use videos like the one on YouTube. And you want to use audio like podcast. It's all on you. Okay, so carousels are mostly used on Instagram. you can decide on that. So you have to choose the format you want to use to deliver. No format is right or wrong, depending on what your audience love, depending on what you are confident in. Okay, these are the two things you have to consider when choosing your format. All right, so the next or the last thing you have to do, this is the sixth step you have to take in creating content that sells, is that you have to choose your you have to put call to action. Your content is not complete without a call to action. What do you want them to do after consuming your content? You don't just want them to, you're not for Christmas, okay? So there is a thing that you want them to do. Either you want them to like the post, leave a comment, leave an emoji, go get a freebie, go to your website, go on your YouTube channel, click here to download something, click here to like this for you, you must have a call to action. Share this, that. All those are call to action, okay? So you must have call to action in your content to make it actually sell, right? So these are the 6-step process you have to go through when creating your content. Okay, these are the 6-step process you have to go through when creating your content. You have to understand your target audience, you have to identify your content aim, you have to craft attention grabbing headline that will make them know this is for them. You have to choose your content pillar, and you have to choose a content format, and you have to put your call to action. So I want to give you an example. Understanding this one we talked about, our target audience is a single young man. And the next thing is identifying your content aim is for us to help him actually get his dream woman, even if he doesn't have confidence, right? Then we use our ROT to come up with a headline that will make him understand it's for him, by telling him that how to attract your dream woman in 6 days, even if you haven't approached one before, right? So we went ahead to choose our pillar. We want this to be a free tribe content, so we're going to tell a story to bring home the point. Then we're going to choose our format. We want this to be text or we want this to be video. Then we have to put a call to action, either for him to go and complete the reading on our blog, or go to YouTube and finish the video, or do this or that. So that is it, my people, how to create 6 easy steps to create content that actually sells your brand. Okay, so moving forward, this is just an overview of how to create content. Basically, there is an overview of how to create. It's a snippet of what you should know about content creation. But if you really want to be one of the online business owners that the audience would rush like a spilled milk in 2021 because of the value and irresistible content you produce every day, then this opportunity I am about to share with you is something that you shouldn't miss for anything. All right, so I want to give you the privilege to master this skill and profit from it. So Social Media Content Made Easy is an ebook that breaks down every step you need to take in creating content that sells your brand. Want to take a view of what you get in it? Do you want to? All right. Now in chapter 1, you're going to learn introduction to content creation. From this particular thing, you've seen that this is just an overview, like what you're going to get there. Okay, so in this chapter, we're going to learn meaning of content creation. It's going to give you breakdown of it. Then you're going to understand different forms and types of content. I didn't talk about it there. Now you're going to understand key pillars of content creation with examples on stories on how to start using them. It gives you examples, the ones that you have to use storytelling. It even went ahead to give you how you can write them. So then he went ahead to give you 10 commandments of content creation. This particular chapter 1, there are commandments you should obey. There are 10 of them, commandments, like the one that was given to the Israelites in the Bible. So you have to obey these commandments. Be sure that you're not missing out on these commandments. If not, you're making a whole lot of mistakes without even knowing. Now, there are varieties of content that will keep your audience hooked. It gives you these varieties of content. There are about how many of them there? About 20 of them or more. I can't recall. Okay, pardon me. So you get these varieties of content that will keep your audience hooked, so that you won't bore them with just one type of content. Then in chapter 2, you're going to look into introduction to client avatar and messaging. This is you remember I told you that the beginning is to understand the person your content is for. So this particular chapter is everything about that. It's going to tell you how you're going to identify this particular person your content is for, and how to clarify your message. Some of you are just, you have a lot of things you're doing on social media, you don't even know which one you are talking about. Okay, so you have to clarify this message in a way that it gets the attention of this audience. That is what this chapter is going to help you do. So you're going to learn meaning of client avatar, different ways of creating your avatar. There are different ways. There's not just one way. Okay, there are different ways. It will tell you the different ways and the best way. Now you're going to learn advantages of well-crafted avatar and the disadvantage of not having avatar, because a lot of you just come up here to just post anything. I've been saying it though, it's not good. It's not nice for your business. Now, how to clarify your message, you learn it in this particular chapter, and steps to attracting your ideal clients. Who don't like better thing? You like it. Okay, you know how to attract these people. Just like a man will attract his dream woman, you will know how to attract your dream clients, and how to ditch those that will come and give you heart attack. All right, so in chapter 2 you're going to understand the tools and techniques for creating a content. There are tools that you need as a content creator. There are techniques that you need as a content creator. So in this particular chapter, you're going to learn how not to run out of content ideas. Oh my! You're going to learn where to get content ideas that you will never run out of content ideas that you use to create and serve your audience. This is only for serious people, those that are ready to dominate in 2021, not those that are here to make noise and waste time. Now you're going to look for tools for creating content. You're going to seek tools that you need to create content and stop. When I started out, I really suffered. Should I call it suffered? I really went through hell. I remember when I do come on Facebook to type, imagine, to type my content, and Facebook Lite, I was in Facebook Lite then, would tell me that my word limits, they have, there was a day I was typing, I typed something very long, it logged me out. I felt like crying that day. I can't forget that day. So you need to know the tools for creating content, so that you won't be doing that. If you're still doing that, so that you stop it, you save yourself, just bam, you're done. Okay, now you need strategies for finding content ideas, and you're going to learn steps to increase comment engagement. For those of you that comment gives you joy and gives you self-esteem. As for us, we don't care anymore. We want to make impact and we want to profit and we want to reach the people that we want to reach to. So if you're one of those that content engagement is that believe that dollars is in the comments, you will learn how to actually achieve that. All right, so for us, we don't care about that anymore. Now, ways to boost the amount of content you create, so that you not just create one and start scratching your head for the next one. You boost it and know how to create content at a blow. Now you learn how to repurpose your old content, so that you not just be creating. You learn how to repurpose the old ones you've created to different formats in a way that it will be relevant to your audience still. Okay. Now in chapter 4, you're going to learn introduction to epic engaging content. In this particular chapter, you're going to learn 4 stages of client journey before making buying decision. You have to know that just like a lady goes through process before saying yes to a man, your audience are just like that. I've always said it. You see this thing with online business, just like romantic relationship, nothing else. So you have to understand there are processes they have to go through. There is a time a man will come into your life, you do yanga tire, okay? I'm a lady, I know what I'm talking about. So there is a time he will come, you do yanga, right? So same thing. There is a time the goosebump is still so fresh. There is a period for that in your audience too. So you have to understand these stages and have to be patient with them as they go through this stage and transit to the next stage. Now you have to learn how to plan, organize, and deliver your content on a daily basis. That is what you're going to learn in this particular chapter. Too. And you're going to learn effective use of headlines. I just gave you snippets of how to create a headline. You have about 20 plus headline examples you can use. Then you're going to use effective use of call to action. You have like 20 plus CT call to action that you can use also. Okay, so this is what you're going to get in this particular chapter. And in chapter 5, you're going to learn introduction to storytelling. This particular one is supposed to be a book on its own, a topic on its own, a course on its own, a sales on its own. But I gave it to you here. Storytelling is one skill that you shouldn't joke with. Storytelling is one skill you shouldn't joke with. I can remember one day during the lockdown. My people, I just came online. I wrote my story in a way that you can't resist it. Even if that your heart is like stone cold, you can't resist it. I post it on Hestart. In less than 3 hours, I got 2 coaching clients. Some of them will be, I know she's in this, she will see this video. She knows what I'm talking about. I got 2 coaching clients. In less than 3 hours, I shared that story. So storytelling is a skill on its own that you shouldn't joke with. That story brought in people into my net like I never imagined. Through storytelling, I never lacked during the pandemic. So I know what I'm saying to you. So storytelling is a skill that you shouldn't joke with. People want to read story. Now, noise is everywhere. Everyone is a content creator. Everyone is creating content. So how can your own stand out from the crowd? Storytelling. You want to read story. Remember the stories your grandmother told you back then. You can remember them, but some of the things you did by the parents cautioned you. You can't remember them. So people don't want to read facts. They don't want to read facts about anything. They want to see through it. They want to see themselves through it. So in this chapter, you learn storytelling. You learn meaning of storytelling, pillars of stories, pillars of a story, the power of storytelling, advantages of and benefits of telling stories, how to tell captivating stories. You have like 10 plus story examples you can swipe and use. Even if this was the only thing you got from this book, that's all you should need. Sorry about that. But honestly, storytelling is one skill you shouldn't joke with in 2021. Now, I want you to imagine the only thing you learned from this ebook is just storytelling, and you're able to use stories to attract your clients. Just close your eyes and tell me how you're feeling about that thing right now, about the feeling right now. Just be truthful to yourself, okay? So that is it. Alright, so the actual price for this ebook is 2,500 naira, but today's price for it, because we're on holiday, because this recording is on December 2020, so we're on holiday, is 1,500 naira. Think about what 1,000 will do for you. Just sit and buy a charge card for yourself. Okay, that is my Christmas gift for you. So this offer ends on January 5th. That is when this price of 1,500 ends, and it goes back to 2,500 naira. So save yourself 1,000 today and take action. So you know the sweet thing, when you take action now, you get these 2 bonuses in addition to it. Your stress-free content map work, your content map on how you can plan your content ahead of time. Okay, so this is 2,000 naira. It's valued at 2,000 naira, but you get it for free. Now the next you get is your ideal client avatar, where everything about your avatar is explained in detail. In this particular one is worth 2,500 naira, but today you get it for free. This is a whole whopping 4,500 naira you're getting for free. The book go to 5 also. So this is literally 7,000, but for today you're getting it for 1,500 naira. So this is it. If you want to be one of the jagabans of content in 2021, pay into these account details, then send proof of payment to this number here, screenshot it, and I will see you inside. All right, you get it immediately. You make payment and send proof. You get it instantly, no delay. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you inside. Remember that this offer ends on January 5th, so take action now. Bye for now.